Hey YouTube, how's it going? Jaden the Celestial here again with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today we're going to be going over the next 3 decks in my 14 deck collection that I plan to use in my future videos of me dueling myself. I've already talked about the whole dueling with myself thing in the other videos, but if this is your first video, first of all, welcome. Thank you for clicking on the video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, by the way. Hope you guys are doing great. But yeah, the whole dueling with myself thing. First of all, I would like to first iterate the fact that I have friends who play the game, but unfortunately, due to their own circumstances, they had to move very far away. I used to play this with them a lot a couple years back, especially when I just got back into the game a couple years ago. I have played this game since I was a kid, and so I do have some cards that I still have with me from when I was a kid. Also, a little disclaimer for that, in that notion, as a kid, I didn't understand the whole value of card rarities and what their potential value could be. And with that said, you are going to see some pretty nice cards. I don't have like a super huge collection of really nice cards, by the way, but I do have some that are nice that will have my initials written on them in either pen or in Sharpie. The reason for that is because I was a stupid kid and I didn't want to lose my cards, so I put my initials on them. If you guys watched my last video where I covered my warrior, dragon, and machine decks, you would have noticed that I severely desecrated a very nice Blue Eyes White Dragon secret rare card. So yeah, I'm very sorry about that. I do think that for these 3 decks, the initial stuff will be limited because I did use a lot of newer cards for this, and I've long since stopped putting my initials on nice cards. So that's something you guys don't need to worry about. So with that said, let's get started. First up on the, by the way, the decks I'm going to be showing, are going to be the Thunder, Dino and Rock, and Reptile decks. All my decks are themed. For those who don't know, I do theme all my decks after certain archetypes and stuff, or just types, really. And they are based off of a story that I made. I didn't publish it or write it on the internet or anything. It's like more of a story in my head, where it started off with warrior nomads looking for a place to make settlements, and in doing so they came across all these different creatures and beings out there, some of which they made alliances with, others they've made war with and stuff like that. And that's kind of like the whole story with this whole dueling thing. So basically every time you see a deck fighting another deck here, it's basically those groups in the story fighting each other and stuff like that. So yeah, I can't remember exactly where these 3 decks play into the story. I think they're just really just wildlife that's just out there in the land, really, that the other groups come across with. But yeah, let's get started, shall we? First on deck will be my Reptile deck. I didn't realize how many. Now, just because Reptile is the name of the deck, I do have a lot of Reptile cards in here, but not all of them are Reptile. I actually do have some Dragon cards in here, and some, I can't remember if it was Sea Serpent or, gosh, what was that other one? There was another type of Dragon card that they put in here that, oh my gosh, I'll honestly, I'll come across it, and we'll talk about it. Here we go. I'm just going over the decks here just so that whenever I do the whole dueling with myself thing, that you guys are familiar with what decks I'm using, what cards I'm using, that kind of thing. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? First on the list, and as you can see, there's one card with my initials on it, Enchanted Javelin. And oh, yeah, this is one of those nice cards I told you about with my initials on it. Forgot he was in here. Sorry guys, but you know, gotta do it. This nice secret rare summon skull from the Battle Pack 10. Again, I was a stupid kid. Very sorry. I know if this wasn't here, I know for a fact that these cards would be worth a lot of money. Even if he is a little bit weathered, but still, you know, what can you do? Death's Feral Imp, Time Machine. This card helps in bringing a card back from the graveyard. A monster card, likely. Dino Wrestler, Capoeira Raptor. Yes, I know I have a dinosaur card in this deck when I just said I have a dinosaur deck right here. He's basically in here because, one, it's a level 4, 1800 attack monster, and two, dinosaurs are basically reptiles, you know. And he was also just an extra that I had lying around. And I needed more cards to make the deck here. Also, a little note here, I know that everybody makes their decks differently. And that's the fun and unique thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that you can make your deck and basically turn it into anything you want. And if it works for you, then it works for you. With that said, please don't be saying stuff in the comments saying like, oh, your cards are crap, I can kick your butt in a duel any day, anytime, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to play the game and have fun with it, okay? I made my decks because I was having fun with this. So, yeah, that's another reason why I don't have tournament legal cards in here. I don't have, well, I mean, what I mean by that is that I will have cards in here that are not allowed in tournaments. I don't play by tournament rules. I think that kind of ruins a bit of the fun. I know why they're there, and I get it, but in my case, I don't play like that. So yeah. Moving on. Zera Ritual. Yeah, this card is used to ritual summon Zera the Mant, which I do have in this deck. You guys will see him soon. So yeah, pretty awesome card there. Malinglacia, the Elemental Lord. I do have other Elemental Lord cards in my other decks. These are some pretty cool cards. These are like kind of like mini boss cards where, you know, if you have certain element cards and a certain amount of element monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon these cards onto the field. So that was another thing I was going for when I was making these decks, is I had to keep in mind of what type of element some of my monsters had in order for it to work. And I think that's pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff. That was really fun to do. So yeah, moving on. Ojama Duo, that creates 2 Ojama tokens on your opponent's side of the field, and if they're destroyed, your opponent suffers some life point damage from that. Curse of Dragon, Rush Recklessly, Gagagaigo, or Gagagaigo, I can't remember exactly how you pronounce his name, but that is a cool card. A level 6, oh no, level 5 normal monster with 2450 attack points. Oh my gosh, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool, not gonna lie. I like Gagagaigo, and I actually looked up the whole story about this monster's lore, which if you guys didn't know that, some of these monsters have actual Yu-Gi-Oh lore in them. And this guy went through a lot of stuff. He went through hell. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, here's one of my boss cards here. Metaltron the 12th. The true Drake combatant. Sorry, Yu-Gi-Oh loves to mesh 2 words together to make it into 1 word. It's crazy. Worm. That's the type I was looking for. Worm. This card is pretty intense. I won't spend time saying the exact effect, but you guys can read it right there for yourselves if you want to. Pause the video and take a look for it, and you can see that's a pretty cool effect to have, what he can do, and then how you can actually summon him, even using like spells or traps. That's pretty cool. I like that. Michizure or Michizure. Never found out how to pronounce this card, but yeah, it's a nice one. Dust Tornado. Go Giga Gaga Gaigo. I think this next to his XC's version, which I do have, is probably, I think he's like, this is the second most powerful form of Gaga Gaigo. Which, as you can read in the description, you can see that there is lore, there is stories there that talk about this guy, and there's another card, the original one, talks about it as well. So yeah, look at it. I know there's some videos on YouTube that talk about the lores of cards and stuff, and this one in particular is probably one of my favorite stories. Stumbling with Gaga Gaigo on it, but yeah, it's a nice card there. Mask of the Accursed, one of the cool cards that I have that is not desecrated by my initials. Really awesome card. I remember when I first got this card, I thought that equip cards, again, stupid kid at the time I was, I thought that when you had a spell card or magic card, there was an equip card, that you could only equip it to your own monsters. So when I read the effects of this one, I was like, what the heck? Why is this one? Why would I want to put this card on my own monster? That sucks. But then, after later realizing the rules of the game, I realized why, and I realized why this card is really awesome. It's a pretty good card. So yeah. Moving on. Okay, oh gosh, what was this one called? I have an I have a little card inside the sleeve with the English translation for this. It's something of Anubis, I know that. Let me get it. I have it right here. Judgment of Anubis. Okay, so yeah, secret rare Japanese version. I cannot speak or read Japanese, but I did make English translation for the cards here. I think I only have one other Japanese card in my collection that I use in my decks, and that was in my machine deck in my last video, and I did the same concept. I wrote the English translation of this card and its effect. Basically, discard one card from your hand to negate and destroy an opponent's spell card that destroys other spells or trap cards. Then you can destroy one opponent monster face up on the field. Opponent takes damage equal to destroyed monster's attack. That is pretty freaking cool. I do have an English version of this card in another deck. I can't remember exactly which deck it's in, but we'll come across that someday, some way, somehow. So yeah, Judgment of Anubis, and it is a counter trap, speed 3, very nice. Mystical Space Typhoon, another Disferal Imp, Dispel, Return of the Red Eyes. Now, obviously, you see this card. This card is specifically used for a Red Eyes Black Dragon card. I do have a Red Eyes Black Dragon in here, and my memory serves me correctly. Unfortunately, I do believe he has also suffered the fate of being desecrated via initial writing via Sharpie. So forgive me again for these horrible desecrations. You'll see him soon. 7-colored fish, giant Trinade, Abyss Warrior, Meteor Dragon, Necrofusion. There's Zera the Mant. Pretty awesome card. Got him off the internet. Very nice. Familiar Possessed Area. I got this card for two certain reasons. One, obviously, as you can see right there next to her, is Gaga Gaigo. Apparently that was also part of his lore. And he's basically the star character of this whole deck. You're going to see other cards with him in it, as you've already seen before. But yeah, it's a level 4 card, 1850 attack. I can't remember specifically what the effect is, and I don't want to spend so much time reading every effect. So if you guys want to, there's the card for you to read. I'll probably have to read it during a dueling with myself session, something like that. But yeah, forgive me, I'm not that big of a Yu-Gi-Oh nerd to know every single effect of every single card. But yeah, like I said, I like to play for fun. Monster Gate, again, another card with Gagagaigo on it, looking like he's coming from a different dimension, being transported somewhere. Where are you going, bro? Where are you going? And of course, Gagagaigo, the original Gagagaigo card. This young evildoer used to have an evil heart, but by meeting a special person, he discovered justice. I wonder if, I can't remember the full story, but I think she was that special person who taught him justice and helped him become a better person, a better warrior. So yeah, moving on, another 7-colored fish. Firestorm Prominence, a freaking alligator on fire. That's pretty cool. Reign of Mercy, where both players get free 1,000 life points. Polymerization. Jar of Greed, draw 1 card from your deck. Black Pendant, the Dark Hex Sealed Fusion, a card that can be used as a fusion trigger, basically, like to help you get a fusion summon out there. Dark Hole, Worm Apocalypse, which is to destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field. Array of Revealing Light. Performapow Whip Snake. Alien Shock Trooper. Concentrating Current. Trap Hole. Gaia the Fierce Knight. Spawn Alligator. Molting Escape. White Dragon Ritual. And yes, I have a Blue Eyes White Dragon here. I don't think I have 2 others. No, I do not have 2 others, but I do have 1 in here. So yeah, just to help spicing things up. Lion Alligator, right there. Bytelon, creepy looking dragon dude. Spellbinding Circle, Sword of Deep Seated, Alien Warrior, Monster Reborn, Paladin of White Dragon, Mask of Brutality, Just Desserts, and here comes that secret rare Red Eyes Black Dragon card that unfortunately has been desecrated. Avert your eyes if you do not want to see it, but here he is. Boom. Again, very sorry about that. At least it's not as bad as the secret rare Blue Eyes that I had in my dragon deck. That one, I wrote my initials on it 3 times and scratched out 2 of them. This one is just once, but still. I was so stupid. But yeah, that's the Reptile main deck. Let's get into the extra deck of this set. Meteor Black Dragon for Red Eyes Black Dragon and Meteor Dragon. And Black Skull Dragon, again, secret rare card. Very good card, would be worth a lot of money had I not done that. It's got a bit of bending here and there in the corners. It's been used a lot. It's, not in mint condition, but still pretty good. I probably still would have gotten some good money from it had I not done that. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Sky Galloping Gaia the Dragon Champion, another Gaia the Fierce Knight in Curse of Dragon Fusion version, but instead you don't need Curse of Dragon for this, it's just 1 dragon type. So yeah, so long as you have Gaia in fusion with just 1 dragon type, you get this card. If you guys want to see what he does, there you go. There's the description. So yeah, moving on. Secret Rare Infinitrack Earth Slicer. Xyz. Yeah, what is a machine card doing in this deck? Well, again, it's just in that set. It was just in that sense where I needed a strong card that can be used, and this card can be used in this deck. Have I used it? I can't remember. I don't think I ever have in a dueling session with myself, but we'll see what happens in future videos. And here we go, Yugioh the Risen. I do believe this is supposed to be his most powerful form, where he's finally redeemed. 2950, 3 level 4 monsters, 2 Xyz summon him, and he has no effect. But yeah, nice to see that the dude got himself redeemed and looks freaking awesome. I do have at least two more of these cards, and I did put them in other decks. And finally, King of the Feral Imps. And that's all I got here for my Reptile deck. And yes, I see that this is a speed duel card, as was the other Meteor Dragons. If you guys didn't know, you can use speed duel cards in a normal deck. You can use them in tournament duels and stuff like that. They're not strictly for speed dueling. However, if you do speed dueling, you have to use only speed dueling cards. But if you use if you play normally, regular Yu-Gi-Oh match, whatever it's called, you're allowed to use speed duel cards. So yeah, and I'm gonna. And that's what I do. That's my Reptile deck. Next up, Dino Rock. This means I have both 2 different types. I do have 2 other decks that do the whole dual type theme. You'll see them in future videos. I, like many people, really like dinosaurs. I'm a big Jurassic Park fan. And of course, I was going to make sure that I made a deck themed after dinosaurs. And yes, again, guys, I get it. I have cards in here that are not specific to that theme, but you know, if it works, it works. Darkfire Soldier number 1. Black Tyranno. He is one of my favorite cards. When I got him, I'm pretty sure I got him. Oh, I'm sure I got him from like a booster pack or something. I mean, it says Invasion of Chaos. Yes, I did get him from an Invasion of Chaos booster pack. Oh my goodness. He looks so cool. I've taken good care of this card. Molten Destruction. Dino Wrestler's Stegosaur. I do have a lot of Dino Wrestler cards in here because I guess they became one of the main archetypes for the dinosaur types, and they work. So yeah, Monster Reborn, Dino Wrestler Raptor, like we saw in the Reptile deck. Yugioh Invader. I got him on here because I think I have a synchro card in here that requires a level 5, or it's either synchro or Xyz. I think it's an Xyz card that requires a certain number of level 5 monsters. So yeah, he's level 5, 2200, why the heck not, you know. Alpha, the Magnet Warrior Prismatic Secret Rare. I do have the other Magnet Warriors in here, including the one where they all come together. Those are some of the nice cards that I did not desecrate with my initials. So, be thankful for that. Taking good care of that card. And the other ones. World Dino Wrestling. Pyrorex the Elemental Lord. This explains why I have, you know, something like him in there. I need fire type monsters in order to get this guy out. Oh, and if you guys have noticed, yeah, the sleeves are a little bit, what's the word? translucent? No, not translucent. I don't know, but you can see that they look a little fadier. I did not know that they made decks like I didn't know they made sleeves like that. I just saw the color of these sleeves. I was like, oh, I'll get those. Then I got them, and it's like it's now like a bit murkier, or I don't know if you guys can tell. If that's supposed to, I don't know. Is it's meant to like eliminate glare or something? But I'm still able to read them, and they work well. So sorry if you guys don't like those type of sleeves. I do have other sleeves that are like this, but gotta do what I gotta do. Work with what I got. Drax Spinos. Sakuretsu Armor. When an opponent monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, destroy that target. Pretty awesome card. Tail Swipe with the Black Tyranno on the cover. Reinforcements. Mind Pollutant. Mask of Weakness. Dino Wrestler Escrimamenchi. Darkfire Soldier number 2. Superconductor Tyranno, ultra rare. Pretty awesome card. I actually have a lot of boss cards in this deck, and I think that's one of its Achilles heels. I haven't really figured out a way how to balance that out very well, but I have had duels where they do work out very well, so we'll just see how it goes. I may have to end up splitting this into a second deck, maybe in the future. Who knows? We'll see. Invigoration, Goblin's Secret Remedy, Dino Wrestler Capaptera, Giant Rex, which that's just a Spinosaurus, not a T-Rex or anything. Kind of weird that they gave him Rex, but it's a level 4, 2000 attack. Can't attack directly. If this card is banished, you can special summon this card, and if you do, this card gains 200 attack for each of your banished dinosaur monsters. You can only use this effect of Giant Rex once per turn, so a pretty cool effect. Not gonna lie. White Elephant's Gift. Sabersaurus, level 4, 1900 attack monster. Valkyrion the Magna Warrior, Prismatic Secret Rare. I got him and the other 3 Magnet Warriors as a gift from an old friend of mine when he was giving up all of his Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So I did very well to make sure that these cards were kept in as best condition as I can give them. So yeah, I had used them a couple times in my dueling sessions. So we'll see how that goes as well. Following, basically just a card to help protect a Synchro monster that I control. I do have one Synchro monster in my extra deck that I have used several times, and I would like to help use this to help keep him safe. I'll show you what he is later on. Another Dino Wrestler, Stegosaur, Tremendous Fire. Inflict 1000 points of direct damage to your opponent's life points and 500 points direct to your own. Hey, as long as the opponent's getting more hits than me, I'm fine with that. Megalo Smasher X. A level 4 monster with 2000 attack. Yeah, 0 defense, but 2000 attack for level 4, that's insane. Dark Triceratops. I've had that card for a long time. Dino Wrestler Coalescelat. Fusion Parasite, another card that can be used to fusion summon a monster. Shinra Nui Samurai, a zombie card. Well, he's basically in here for a couple reasons. 1, I like his effect. 2, level 4, 1800 attack, and he's a fire type. I need fire types on here for my Element Lord card. So yeah, Skelosaurus, Dino Wrestler Coalescent, Lancefor Rhynchus. What a name. But yeah, it's a We got a pendulum monster here. Normal pendulum, or, normal pendulum monster card. I like it. Level 6, 2500 attack. Nice. Paleozoic Olenoidus to get rid of spell or trap cards. Cyber Jar. Nice card. Absorbing Jar. Final Destiny to discard 5 cards from your hand to destroy all cards on the field, basically like a nuke. Darkfire Soldier number 2, Beta the Magnet Warrior, Prismatic Secret Rare, Delta the Magnet Warrior. He actually helps get more of those other Magnet Warriors, either in your graveyard or I think on the field as well. It's actually a good card to have if you're trying to get Valkyrion on the field. Gamma, the Magnet Warrior, Prismatic Secret Rare. So now we have all 3 Magnet Warriors, technically 4. Dino Wrestler, Caprera Raptor. Dino Wrestler, Pankratops. I know that's a good card, especially if it was like I think there's like a secret rare version of this card. And I know that they're worth a lot. Volcanic Rocket, Dino Wrestler Marshall Anga, Dino Wrestler Caprera Raptor, Re-X, level 4, 1900 attack level monster. If this card battles a monster in the extra monster zone, it gains 800 attack and defense. So a nice card to have if you're fighting link monsters and stuff like that. Evil Swarm Salamandra. Wasteland, good for my dinosaur, zombie, and rock monsters, which I have all 3 types in this deck. Cavapetera, Darkfire Soldier number 2 again, Concentrating Current, Tyrant Dino Fusion, Paleozoic Dino Miscus, Neo Flameville Lady, and Ultimate Tyranno. Another nice card there. That's my dinosaur and rock deck, main deck. Let's check out the extra cards. Extra deck. Dino Wrestler Chimera T Rextol. The only fusion card I have in this entire thing. But I think I've gotten him out once or a couple times. Pretty nice card. There's the effect there if you guys want to take a look at that. Dino Wrestler King T Rextol. These actually go in tandem with each other. And Dino Wrestler Giga Spino Savate. This is a nice synchro monster. Look at the effect. Look at that. That's a pretty cool monster to have. Mega Phantom Beast Dragosac. I know it's a machine, but it's a machine that looks like a giant dinosaur that's also a giant plane. That's why that's there, as well as, I can use him. Gem Knight Pearl, Secret Rare. Just a normal XYZ card, no effect. Just need 2 level 4 monsters for a 2600 attack XYZ card. Number 61, Volcasaurus Gold, Ultra Rare. This is a pretty nice card. Got it off of eBay. Just need 2 level 5 monsters to XYZ summon him. And there's his effect there if you guys want to check it out. Number 55, Go 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 Goliath. Pretty awesome card to have there as well. Infinitrack Mountain Smasher. And Grinosaurus. Fire type dragon. And the dragon dinosaur. Just need 2 level 3 monsters to get him on the field. Pretty nice. Pretty nice set, I do say so myself. Again, if you guys are like, oh no, your deck's crap or something, I don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. We're just here to have fun, that's all. And for the final deck in this session is my Thunder deck. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere good. I know there's some nice Thunder cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I have some of them here. Alrighty then. Here we go. Soul Exchange. Thunder Dragon Discharge. Harpy's Brother. Kaiser Seahorse, ultra rare. I think, yeah, definitely from the Seto Kaiba. I think there's another starter deck. I need to look up what this card is worth, but I would imagine it's pretty nice, pretty nice, pretty penny for that. I could be wrong. Thunder Dragons, 100 Thunders. I know there's some cards here that would work well if I had multiples of them in here, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. Like I said, these decks, by the way, are still in work in progress. They're not completed, they're not fully ready to go, but you know, neighbors out there talking. I don't know if you guys can hear that. If you can, I apologize. But yeah, nice card there to use for if you're trying to get any kind of Thunder Dragons out there or anything like that. Side effects, your opponent draws 1 to 3 cards, then you gain 2,000 life points for each card they drew with this effect. Every time I use this card against my friends, I can't imagine. I think there was only one time where one of my friends was like, I will draw the 3 cards. And he gave me 6,000 life points because of that. But other than that, they've only ever drawn just 1 card because they don't want me to get 6,000 life points. Susa Soldier, Tenyi Spirit, Nahata, very beautiful card by the way. Another worm type, Dancing Fairy, Earth Shaker, Ukazi, Soul Exchange, Thunder Dragon. These are nice. I'm sure you guys know exactly where I'm going with this now that you see Thunder Dragon. White Dragon Ritual, Super Anti-Kaiju War Machine Mecha Thunder King. Yes, I have some Kaiju cards here. And this card is pretty cool. Supposed to be themed after Mecha King Ghidorah from the Godzilla series. At least that's how I take it. Night Dragolich, Horn of the Unicorn, Supreme King Dragon Dark Worm, Link Restarts, Polymerization, another Thunder Dragon, Snowman Effect, Thunder Dragon Duo, Final Destiny, Fissure, Metal Reflect Slime, one of those trap monsters like that. Blue Eyes White Dragon, Spear Dragon, nice paladin of White Dragon. Legend, the Mystical Genie of the Lamp. That doesn't really pertain to the whole thunder theme, huh? But it's a level 4, 1800 attack normal monster, and he does play his part in sacrificing and doing tribute summons and whatnot. So, Kyoto Waterfront for my Kaiju cards. Pretty nice card there. Ether, the Empowering Dragon. Thunder Dragon Hawk, ultra rare. Raigeki Prismatic Secret Rare. Pretty nice card there. Destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Phantasm Spiral Crash. This card is helped to use to get a very powerful normal worm type monster, which I will probably come across here soon. So yeah. Thunder King Ryo with a very fancy text for the name there. Ultra rare. United Front. Sorry, I heard someone playing music out there. I don't know if you guys could hear that. If you do, again, I apologize for that. Another blue eyes white dragon, but unfortunately was the victim of another 3-time initial desecration there. This is the starter deck Kaiba version that I know a lot of people was like their first blue eyes that they ever got. Again, I'm very sorry. Let's keep moving on, not damage our eyes from that horrid scene. Soul Release, Swift Scarecrow, Thunder Dragon Matrix, Baby Dragon, Thestalos, the Firestorm Monarch, Jizukiru, the Star-Destroying Kaiju. I forget what he's supposed to be based off of, which kaiju he's supposed to be based off of. If you guys know, please tell me in the description below. I very much appreciate that. Zaborg, the Thunder Monarch, Blast Held by a Tribute, Time Wizard, Tornado, Lightning Rod Lord, Thunder Dragon Fusion, Denko Sekka, Monster Reborn Prismatic Secret Rare, pretty nice. Phantasm Spiral Dragon, that spell I was saying that helps bring out a normal worm monster, it's this card. Pretty nice card, I'd say so myself. Thunderclap Monk, level 4, 1900 attack, and he's got a pretty nice effect too. Tenyi Spirit, Sthana, Mystery Shell Dragon, level 4 normal monster with 2000 attack. Thunder Dragon, Dogaran, the Mad Flame Kaiju. I think this guy is the one that's supposed to be based off of Godzilla. Or at least, yeah, basically based off of Godzilla. Pretty nice card. And of course, Kaiser Glider Golden Burst. He is the newest addition to this deck. I have not used him in a duel yet, but I did recently just get him maybe a few weeks ago. But yeah, it's a pretty cool looking card. Got him from Legendary Duelist Season 3 pack. Not bad. And finally another third Blue Eyes White Dragon. So with the 3 blue eyes, I'm sure you guys are already understanding that I might have a type of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in there. Well, let's find out, shall we? And here you are. Boom. Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. Basically, it's Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon with an effect. Just need 3 blue eyes to fusion summon him. I think it's a prismatic secret rare, but yeah. There's the effect there if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. Pretty awesome. And of course with the 3 Thunder Dragons, how could I not have this card in my collection? How could I not? I always call him the 3-headed Shenron. The ultimate dragon from Dragon Ball Z. A 3-headed Shenron, that would be freaking cool to see. Twin-headed Thunder Dragon. I've had this card forever, hence why it's got the initials on there, but I've had this card for a very long time. Oh man, very nice. Thousand Dragon for the Time Wizard and Baby Dragon that y'all saw in there. And finally, Agave Dragon. It's funny how it says dragon, but it says worm type. But then again, worms are a type of dragon, so it's fine. It doesn't bother me none. The only link monster there. Need 4 monsters to tribute to link summon him onto the field. Effects, I think, are pretty nice effects. I do say so myself. They worked for me. They did good. So yeah. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all walks of life. The other 3 decks of my collection. I will be posting more videos like these in the future before we finally get to my dueling with myself. I know probably some of you guys might be eager to see that session. Again, understand I'm doing this so that you guys understand what cards I'm using in those duels, so that you're not like lost. Um, but I do promise I will get to that. I will have a dueling with myself session, and that was weird. But yeah, I will definitely get to that eventually. But I want to get these decks introduced to you guys first and out of the way, and then we'll move on from there. So yeah, thanks again for watching my video. Again, hope you guys are having a wonderful day, wonderful morning, wonderful evening, or afternoon, or night, wherever you are. Stay awesome, stay cool, stay wonderful, and be good people. I'll see you guys later.